Hi, everybody. This is Paul the Pipe Guy live from Rochester, New York for our Two for Tuesday. Grab your pipe and smoke with me. And for this evening, I have some hazelnut in this beautiful blonde petite Savinelli. Bowl number, you got to excuse my eyesight. It says Savinelli Petite. Bowl number 626, and she's a beauty. She's a natural blonde. Yeah. Look at that. Yeah, she's beautiful. And she's got hazelnut in it. And then, another one, two for Tuesday, I have my larger Savinelli. Both these pipes I bought brand new, and this one is a Porto Servo. Bowl number 140 KS, Italy. Yeah. So 2 Savinellis I bought brand new, a smaller one, and her big brother. And that is loaded with butternut burley, which is to die for. So we're going to light up. I think we'll start with my little blonde here. I love her. She's been kind of neglected. And I'm going to need some fire here somewhere. Thank you. So I have it smoked her in a little bit. That hazelnut is good. Such an even burning tobacco. Definitely an all-day smoke. We still have 3 other tobaccos that we have to review. Our Brigadier Black Alamo. This 6-pack is on sale for $25 off of pipesandcigars.com. We have our Brigadier Black Gettysburg we still have to review. And finally, we have our Sherman's March that we still have to review. So we still have a little bit of work. The one thing that I keep going back to is my spark plug pipe tobacco. Plug tobacco. And I actually like the 110 so much that I ordered 3 more tins. So it has the date stamped on the bottom of it. And when you get the tobacco, it's not like it's in a regular tin. It's almost like in a Planters peanut jar with a peel-off top. So you have a whole tin can here, or aluminum can, full of a plug. And I'll let this sit for years and years and years. But I've gotten better at slicing it and rubbing it out. I've got it to burn a lot better than I did before the first time I tried it. Did a video on it, and you guys saw it, and I was a little embarrassed. I was like, oh man. But it was my first time. Yeah. This hazelnut is a nice, cool burner. Yeah. So, I had a couple of beers last night. Did a karaoke song. And a couple of my subscribers chimed in and was like, oh, can you do more? And so I did another one, a Doors song. I rewatched them back today. I didn't think they were that horrible, but I lost 3 subscribers, probably because of that. But then I gained 2 back, so You know, I'm at like 266 now. My son says I should be at 1,000 by the end of the year. We'll see about that. Obviously, the karaoke wasn't content that some of my subscribers enjoyed. I don't know. And I was feeling no pain. Ah. So a little update on my General Grant cigars. They were on back order for like 6 months. And basically they're 4.5 inches long. And I think the gauge is 48. They're called Coronas. No, maybe it's not 48. I think it's 42. Anyways, whatever. So they had to rush to really keep up with the demand on these General Grant cigars because 30 of them was only like $32. And they're really good, made and handmade in the Dominican Republic. They're not perfect cigars. They got lumps and stuff on them and so forth, but something that you'd probably find, during the Civil War period. And when I first did my review on them, they seemed really loose, like there wasn't enough tobacco in them. And after I did that review, I was looking on how they make cigars, and in that video, they were saying that the outside wrapper they put on pretty wet, and what has to happen is it has to shrink, dry out, and shrink down, and it tightens up the tobacco, which they've done. I've had them now for a couple months, and I didn't put them in a humidor, but they were really wet. The tobacco was wet, and so they've definitely dried up. My son and I smoked one together tonight, and definitely much better, burning much more evenly. So I didn't realize that about cigars. So they had mass produced so many of them to keep up with the demand because they got back ordered for 6 months. That's what happened. So my little blonde is getting a little warm. I'm going to set her down and we'll fire up some butternut burley. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Definitely good tobacco. I think my favorite 3 tobaccos that are go-to tobaccos now would be the vanilla custard, butternut burley, definitely the spark plug. I mean, it's like sitting around a campfire. I mean, when you taste this stuff, it just has a smoky, nutty taste to it. It's great. You got to try it. Spark plug. It's only like $11, $12 a tin plus, $3.50 shipping off of pipesandscigars.com. You should really, really try it. It's good. Oh, these Savinellis. They just smoke so good. You get what you pay for in pipes. So how's everybody doing on Tuesday? Do you guys and gals have your pipes and you're smoking with me? I hope so. Yeah, the first pipe tobacco I bought was Captain Black Cherry Aromatic, and I've talked about this before, and I loved it so much. Very, very strong cherry aromatic. It will give you tongue burn if you smoke, a few bowls of it, but Never thought I would try anything else, and now I was taking an inventory with my son, and it's like I've got 16, 17 different blends. If you're a new pipe smoker, you should start out with a light aromatic, something like, vanilla custard is really good. Something that's enjoyable, but what happens after time is your taste buds change. You want to try new things. One tobacco that I really liked that was gifted to me was this from Watch City Cigar and Pipe in Massachusetts. Is the Church Warden blend, and it's actually a ribbon blend. And I tried that, and at first I didn't know what to think about it. Then it kind of grew on me. I haven't smoked that in a while, though, so I might smoke some of that tomorrow. Mm. So, the weather here in upstate New York has been turning for the better today. Hit about, what was it, son? 72? About 72 degrees and sunny, just beautiful day. Nights are still cold. Got up this morning at 6:15 and it was 34. But spring is definitely springing here in upstate New York. I'm actually not far from Lake Ontario. Lake Ontario, if I'm driving down the hill into the village of Brockport, where I live, which is just outside of Rochester, I can actually see the lake. The lake is probably I live about 10 miles south of Lake Ontario. And, you get lake effect snow. Although our winters in New York have been very, very mild, which I like because I'm not a winter fan. Some people love winter. I don't like it. When I had my wood-burning stove, I liked it. Because when I had the house with a wood-burning stove for many years, I'd light that sucker up. It could be cold as a well digger's ass outside. Just light up a nice fire, enjoy a beer, turn on the ceiling fan, sit there till 11, 12, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning in my underwear, just enjoying the fire in the dark. Mm-hmm. Mm. So I'd like to hear some comments if you guys want to, girls want to throw in, what are you smoking with me this evening for Two for Tuesday? What kind of pipe are you smoking and what blended tobacco? Mm-hmm. I'd love to hear it. So I was taking some inventory of my Mr. Bragg pipes, and I can't say enough about Mr. Bragg because for between about $30 and $60, you can get a really nice handmade pipe in Poland. The owner checks every single one of them. They all come out perfect. Fit and finish is perfect. Everything. And I've said before, the gentleman that owns the company could probably get double what he's asking for his pipes. The quality is that good. And my first Mr. Bragg was this bowl number 82 console pipe. And that I actually have loaded with some wonderful spark plug that my son and I have been enjoying. And that's a great smoker. That pipe's very well broken in now. That was my first Mr. Bragg. Comes with a little blingy band on it, you know. Great pipe, you know. I believe my second Mr. Bragg was this one here. This is a Mr. Bragg poker pipe. It's got a little brass band. Great pipe. So that was my second one that I bought. And I fell in love with that, with the curved top. It's got a wavy top on it. And you can see it pretty good at that angle there. And when it came in, it was so beautiful, I didn't want to smoke it. But I was like, well, that's what I bought it for. My third Mr. Bragg that I bought is actually made out of pear wood. And this is a, it's not a poker pipe. This is a, oh God, I can't read what that says. Hold on. It is a Mr. Bragg number 47 billiard pipe. And, yeah, it's made out of pear wood, and has like this electric green color to it with a brass band. Pretty cool pipe. And then my fourth Mr. Bragg pipe. This is called a Mr. Bragg stand-up, and I kind of thought the shape was interesting on it. You know, it's kind of bulky and so forth, but it's pretty cool. It's only about 4.5, 5 inches long. Nice nose warmer. Great smoking pipe. They all come with either 9 or 10 millimeter filters. I can't remember. So, you know, you're getting out of these pipes. Let me put this down here. And the briar on this is beautiful. So, you know, you're getting a large air hole there. Look, that's big compared to, you know, a Savinelli or any other pipe. So that's either 9 or 10 millimeters. So I own 4 Mr. Bragg pipes. I enjoy them all. And they're great smokers and very reasonable. I think the most I paid was, I think that one was $59. The pear pipe was, that one was only like $22, you know, couldn't believe it. And great quality. Here we go for our second Busch on 2 for Tuesday. Busch beer, yes. So, I've been tempted to buy a Stanwell, but this winter I've spent a good amount between pipes and tobacco and so forth. It's not that I can't afford it or anything like that, but you know, I mean, I got like 120 pipes now. And it's like, how many do you need? Well, I suppose if you're a collector, it just never ends. But I wanted to try, Stanwell has a special right now. You can get a nice Stanwell pipe for $59.95. What do you guys, does anybody own any Stanwells? What do you guys think about them? I might just buy one. I don't know. We got April coming up, and there's 5 pay periods instead of 4, so that gives me extra money. Oh yeah, that butternut burley's good. What do you think of the smell of this stuff, Paulie?
It's fucking dope.
Shh, don't say the F word. He says it's dope.
It's great. It smells really good.
It smells good. Mm-hmm. I've got 3 Savinellis, and actually one of my subscribers, actually no, I don't know if he's a subscriber or not, says I'm 62 years old and just bought my first Dunhill, which if you're buying a Dunhill pipe, you're spending 200 and up. I was lucky. I got a vintage pristine made in 1937 Dunhill for 140 bucks. I stole that pipe. That pipe's worth 200 all day long. I congratulated him. You got to treat yourself sometime. You know, you can't just work and pay bills and so forth. Save a little bit of money and treat yourself. I was wondering why the Prince Albert had dried up. I wanted to buy a big container of Prince Albert because that tobacco's been around forever. And it has like a 5-star rating. Never tried it before, but so I was like, I can't find Prince Albert anywhere. What's going on? And one of my subscribers said that the factory stopped producing it temporarily. They're going to start again in the spring, this spring, which they're probably ramping up production right now, and it should be available this summer. So I definitely have to buy some of that. What do you guys think about Prince Albert? Has anybody tried Prince Albert? I'm not only into collecting pipes, vintage antique pipes. The oldest one I had was made in 1870. That's 6 years after the Civil War ended in the United States. Well, 5 years. I think it ended in 1865. 1864?
65, I think.
65.
I don't know. I haven't been in school in so long.
I don't know, 64, 65, whatever. But can you imagine that pipe being 150 years old? And it's a Canadian. And it's in pristine condition. Absolute pristine condition. I don't know how a 150-year-old pipe could be in pristine condition, but it is. And it's a great smoker. So we're about 23 minutes and 35 seconds into this 2 for Tuesday. Grab your pipe and smoke with me. Yeah. Oh, but I know what I was going to say. So I not only collect vintage pipes, but vintage advertising. I've got 5 or 6 vintage K-Woody ads that are in like pristine condition. They're from the 1940s. And I have one framed, which actually I'll show you here, if you can see that. I have one that is framed, that's that one. And that frame is probably 150 years old. And that ad is from, I think, 1942. So it's pretty cool looking. And the frame is all hand painted. You can't see it in the video, but it's hand painted all around it. So my goal is I've just been so busy. I want to get the other 5 or 6 ads that I have and get them framed and so forth. Get them hanging up on my wall. behind my desk here. And I love nostalgic antique things. That's why I like collecting the vintage pipes. And that's why I like the K-Woodies too. The K-Woodies were just such a great pipe. As I've said before, many, many times, K-Woody owned their own Briar company, so they took the best of the best. If the pipe maker was making a pipe and all of a sudden they found a sand hole, which is, the briar root grows in the ground from a certain bush, and sometimes that root ball would take in sand or dirt, so the pipe maker would be making the pipe and all of a sudden you'd find a hole there, a void in the briar. So they would hand those down to Yellow Bowl and some other companies, and they would take those blanks and they would do a factory fill, I don't know, with wood putty or whatever they use to do factory fills, and stain it. But you won't find one vintage K-Woody with a factory fill. Meaning there was a hole in the briar, they filled it up with some sort of wood putty or whatever. You won't find that with K-Woodies. They're great pipes. Never buy. If you're buying K-Woodies, vintage ones, or any K-Woody, never ever buy one where the stinger is snapped off. And what I'm saying when I'm referring to the stinger, all right, let's take this K-Woody 500. Obviously, you have the bowl, the shank, and the stem, the logo. The stinger is this part, which I've discussed in many of my videos, which basically has between 3 and 4 holes. They had 2 different designs. So the smoke would go down through the top of this ball. There's a hole in the top, and then come down through these 2 holes that you can see right there on the sides, and then go around. This is made out of aluminum, and then go around and go down into this hole, and then into your mouth, down through the stem into your mouth. And what it did is it cooled the smoke down significantly. It also, you're not going to get the same draw from a K-Woody. It's the draw is a little more less. In other words, you have to puff on a K-Woody just a little bit harder, not much, but a little bit harder than a pipe that doesn't have the stinger system. Because the ball goes up inside the shank, smoke comes down, as I described before. It goes through that hole, through these. Never buy one of these if somebody has cut the stinger off. And a lot of the guys back in the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, I don't think they knew how to properly clean their pipes. I have no problem with draw on K-Woodies, but these little holes in this ball, you have to keep those clean, because if you have 2 bowls out of this, they're going to start to plug up and constrict, and which then you can't get much of a draw off that pipe. And so people would just get lazy and hacksaw them off. And so that greatly affects the value. In my mind, a K-Woody with a cut-off stinger, I wouldn't buy it. So we're going on almost 30 minutes now, and cheers to all of you. I'm going to upload this video now, our 2 for Tuesday. We've been doing this for about 6 or 7 weeks now, 2 for Tuesday. How do you guys like it? Do you like to grab your pipe and smoke with me? One thing I'd like to know, anybody that is still listening to this video, please make a comment and say, yeah, I listened to the whole video. Because I don't know how long I should make Two for Tuesdays, whether it should be 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. I don't know. I don't want to have people getting bored and then like turning the Two for Tuesday off. So what do you guys think? Who's still listening? How many people at 30 minutes are still smoking a pipe with me and enjoying Two for Tuesday? Give me a comment. Anyways, this concludes Two for Tuesday. Yeah. Grab your pipe and smoke with me. This is Paul the Pipe Guy live from Rochester, New York. Happy pipe smoking, pipe smokers. Over and out. And try. Spend $10 or $15 or whatever with shipping and try this spark plug. You'll love it. Oh, and then if you've never smoked plug tobacco, when you get the can, before you even open it, look at 3 or 4 videos on YouTube on how to smoke plug tobacco and you'll figure it all out. It's pretty simple. Anyways, Paul the Pipe Guy live from Rochester, New York. Happy pipe smoking. Over and out.